it is your boy, Freelancer Joe, ready to once again get cracking. How are you all doing on this fine and glorious and beautiful Wednesday? Ooh, early evening? I'll call 4-ish early evening. Just a second. I'm double checking again. Double check. Yeah, okay, double check. It's all double check. Well, actually, it's quadruple check now. Because I did 3 test runs before it. 3 test runs? Yes, I count. I count very good. 3 test runs before this, and then I just did that thing. So you'll have to bear with me. I'm going to be a little, what's the word? Not cautious. I mean, cautious. I should be a little overly cautious about verifying whether or not it's recording. Although, to be honest, I'm not sure if it actually is properly recording. I never really know until I stop and I play it back. But, how y'all doing? It's, as I said, Wednesday, early evening-ish, late afternoon-ish, depending on how you look at it. I mean, it's getting darker. It's been getting darker earlier, as is the case in this particular hemisphere, this time of year. But, yeah, it seems to be, like, getting really dark now. I guess we're getting close to the solstice, or is it the solstice or the equinox? Yeah, whatever. That time when it's, like, the shortest day. The shortest amount of daylight during the day, because it's still day, even though... Is it still day, even though there's no daylight? Oh, an interesting question. But that's not why you're here. I assume you're here for me, but you're also here to see me get some stuff done. So let's go ahead and set some things up. And, yeah. Oh, you'll like this. I'm sure you'll really like this. So I got a prompt. Let's copy. From my Cosmic Cuttlefish desktop installer, and it said there are updates available. Do I want to install? Now, considering that's how I blew up my CentOS installation, and I don't have an alternate one back up just yet, I have declined to do said update. Actually, and that kind of got me thinking. I was like, do I really want? Because if I have this Ubuntu one working, right? I mean, I could. I really could just I don't know. The process for cloning this OS, I mean, I could just copy this image, the VDI, the disk image itself, though, that's a little trickier. But, I mean, I could have 2 alternate Ubuntu installations. But then I was thinking, you know, I kind of like being able to say that I have both CentOS and Ubuntu experience. I don't know. I believe Ubuntu has the larger market share, and CentOS, that's kind of, I'm sure there will be those who disagree with me, but it's kind of a niche thing for certain groups. Let's see. Well, I see a lot on the Amazon instances I look at, so maybe they like it. But then if Amazon likes it, then it's going to take over the world. CD projects, at least until they get broken up. I don't know if they will. Who knows? Who knows? Alright, sidebar. We were working with the sidebar. Again, the G. I don't know if I'm just not hitting it right, or if it's the keyboard that's stuck. Alright, so it's all checked in. Let's open up the editor and see where we're at. I think if I remember correctly, cloned it, updated my install script, but I have not actually run the install script. And based on yesterday, that took about like 12 minutes. So I'm going to have to give you the song and dance for 12 minutes. A-la-di-da, a-la-di-da. Actually, I should say the song and dance for when it's time to song and dance. Sing and dance. English, me good. Me very good. I probably have a little bit more energy today because... as you can tell by my jackedness, I'm jacked, even more so than normal. And yeah, I did whip out a training session. I was debating whether or not to take off the entire week and then roll over into next week too, have 2 weeks off for full rest. But I figured if I pace myself correctly, I can do the rest of this week without overly harming myself. And plus, I did my I did add in the lower back stretches again post-training, so hopefully that will help with the lower back a little bit. It definitely stretched out some things that felt pretty tight, I'll say that much, but I don't know about hitting the parts that it needed to hit. Okay, so we have that, let's see what the permissions are on the install script. Otherwise, that's what we'll have to do first. So ls-g install sh. It is read, write executable, read, executable. Looks like I did chmod it. Okay, maybe that was all I did. So let's go ahead and install it. So actually, this is the last black cherry one I have. So now I've cycled over to the coconut again. And if I finish off the coconut, then it's watermelon time. I don't actually keep an accurate count of how many of these things I consume a day. My guess is anywhere from 4 to 6 on a normal weekday. And then on the weekends, yeah, depending upon how late I stay up, probably 6 to 10. I don't think I finished an entire, well, possibly even 12. Normally I have 2 open at a time, so I can't tell whenever if I finish an entire pack. What can I say? I likes me some flavored carbonated water, but not sweetened carbonated water. Maybe it's just the old age, or maybe it's just whatever the LaCroix did to my taste buds. Overly sweet things now, not even what most people would consider not even particularly sweet, is like really, really sweet to me now. Yeah, and now with my new job, that we don't have the free coffee anymore because of where I'm at. Our coffee consumption has drastically dropped too. Not that I felt much of a difference at all. My body's just gotten so used to caffeine that it just does not register at all. Caffeine doesn't register. Nicotine does, depending upon how much sleep I've had and how hungry I am. Mostly it's a factor of sleep, though, interestingly enough. Alcohol definitely hits hard. That's just regardless. Food slows it down a little bit, but yeah, that just always hits quick, hits hard. To be honest, I get the hangover now before I even get anything close to a buzz, so it's really bad. And I've run the math, and it's like for every 1 serving of alcohol I have, I need about an extra hour of sleep. Otherwise, I'll feel like crap. And even then, I often feel like crap too, so. Which, well, you know, alcohol is technically a poison, so, I mean, yeah, I guess it's best that you don't have a very good tolerance for it. But I have such fond memories with alcohol. And so it's now, one of these days I will figure out what the deal is with the PNG Quant. Because it happened, I was just assuming it had something specifically to do with the OS. And then in that case, that was CentOS. But now if it's happening on Ubuntu too, there must be something else different, something I'm missing. So that could be something for me to look into, which, as I was thinking about this morning, is like, it's not going to take too much longer to finish up getting these things going. I mean, I could finish them all up once the camera's rolling before the day's over. But assuming another template tomorrow, I only have 2 templates left. So this template today, another one tomorrow, which is Thursday. Even if I save that last one until Sunday, I mean, after that, what do I do next? So that was an interesting question. Well, next week is going to be, you know, pretty much Christmas week. So how much work is anybody really going to do? Except for those dedicated people, to which I give you salute. for helping make the world and civilization go round, but I'm not one of them. So, so I mean, I'm still gonna have to have something to do, but what should I do? Um, hmm. Getting the CentOS virtual guest up and running again would be a good thing, but one, that's dependent upon whether or not they have an updated guest edition CD. And two, even if they do, it's still something that I would do off camera because it's outside of VirtualBox, running an instance of VirtualBox that I would be doing it. I hope this is picking up. I noticed yesterday that maybe I was not projecting loud enough. So, yeah, so, well, definitely getting the other environment up and running again would be a good idea. And it's probably not happening. I mean, I could make my backup Ubuntu environment before I do the update. But again, that's another off-camera thing. But what to do on camera? Well, there's the calendar that we've been working on. I could add that to my own website. Let me go through that. That could take, that would probably fill up about a week, I think, a week's worth of content. Which would be good. But it's also real work, for one. And two, if I actually have a calendar, then that means I'm going to need to start adding events to it. And that's another thing for me to maintain. And I still don't have a full idea about what my usage of that should be. I mean, should I document what I expect my normal schedule to be? Or should I just document exceptions to my schedule? Right? I mean, so we can assume that every day of the week I'm going to have something uploaded. Other than like maybe certain days or certain special events. In which case I might have a special episode. I should have a Christmas Day episode, shouldn't I? Because Christmas is on, what, Tuesday? Is it on Tuesday? Where's, do I have a calendar here? Let's see, calendar 2018. I think it's on Tuesday. That's right, US baby. Calendar 2018, December. Yeah, it's on a Tuesday. So normally it's a freelancer day. As is Christmas Eve. I guess I could probably record that one in the morning. Yeah. I should probably do something festive for those 2 days. Technically, I should really observe the holiday. Yeah, that's a good point too. Keeping in with the festive spirit. But then that requires me to do a lot of singing and dancing. A lot of singing and dancing. And presumably, if I'll be interacting with relatives and the like, that social energy is not going to be so high. I don't know. Tricky, tricky, tricky. I might try it. I'll have to find a good Santa hat, though. I have not been able to find a Santa hat that fits me good. 2 pieces of clothing I have not been able to find that are well fitted for me, alright? One is a Santa hat, believe it or not. I know I'm very jovial and cheerful and all that, so you think it's a perfect fit, but believe it or not, I know you're going to have to make sure you're braced for this. Freelancer Joe has a big head. So it is somewhat difficult to find headwear that fits correctly. So that's one. 2 is actually a good fitting sweatshirt. This is my favorite sweatshirt. And I have no idea how I got it. Well, no, I know how I got it. I have no idea where it came from. What happened is basically found it at home on the back porch. I think my freshman year of high school. I don't know where it came from. But I washed it, and it fit like a champ, and it's just super comfortable. And I like the design. And I have not found any sweatshirt that comes even close to it. And at this point, it's getting really, really threadbare. But I mean, I'm gonna still wear this one until it gives out. This sweatshirt to me is like my grandfather and his overalls. I just wear them out. I really wish I could find another one. I've tried. I have an N7 sweatshirt that I like, but it's not like this. It's not something I would just throw on and lounge around in. Oh wait, what was I talking about? Oh, things to do. Calendar, right? Okay. So maybe I should figure out what I would do with that calendar first. I would probably go with the easiest route, which would be just to note special events, like when I might not be recording or when I'm going to put up a special video. Yeah, I mean, in which case, it's not really that high priority because it's not going to be too often that I know beforehand when I won't be able to record or I'll be doing something special. And even if an emergency comes up, I mean, that's not going to do any good. The whole point of the calendar is preparation beforehand. And there's a reason I have my In the Bank episodes now, of which I only have one. I need to record more In the Bank episodes. Oh, although you guys don't know what an In the Bank episode is just yet, because I haven't uploaded one yet. So, because of the technical difficulties and basically how frustrated I got, and the end result being not even a properly post-processed content upload, I came up with the idea of having some episodes in the bank, not full episodes, just like maybe some 10-15 minute episodes. Mostly right now it's just me playing Destiny, but I mean, it's something that I can prepare ahead of time and keep in the bank to upload in case something goes wrong. Granted, it won't help me if, say, I don't have an internet connection. That's the only time the In the Bank episode won't work. I'm not sure what I would do in that case. Because without an internet connection, I can't do nothing anyway. I mean, I do have my new phablet, and it does have the what is it, the LG4 or whatever. So I could upload something if I had the episode on that, but Actually, I should try that. That'd be a very impromptu episode. It'd be a short, just me apologizing for not having anything to upload. So, yeah. Looks like we're almost done. Looks like we are almost done indeed. This has been loading up the material UI. Next is going to be the log level on the classes, and then the AWS stuff and the third-party libraries. All right. Almost feels like it's going faster. Or maybe because my mind is going faster because I have the blood flowing because I'm jacked from my training. Possibly. Possibly. But what else can I do starting next week if I don't do the calendar? Well, there is one other thing. There is a little technical debt. I do, as it turns out, have more technical debt. I have those deprecated typography variants that I use. So I'd have to go through my demo. I'd have to go through everything. Oh yeah, okay. So I'd have to go through all of them. So that's my demo, my website, my 3 templates, and my customer's application. And then I'd have to fix them and then upload them. And I should do it before the end of the month so that I don't incur additional costs, since I really haven't uploaded anything at all to my AWS S3 buckets this month. And I gotta admit, you know, only having to spend 51 cents a month is a very good incentive for me to keep myself underneath that threshold. So maybe I'll go with that. I think that might be the way to go. Unless something else pops up in my mind. I mean, some customer comes beating down the door. Extremely unlikely. Extremely unlikely. Yeah, I think that's probably what I'm going to go with. Or I could. I mean, I could experiment. I don't know. I was thinking about experimenting with using the phone for my impromptu episodes, but really, that's something. That's definitely something I can do off camera. It's not a good substitute for this high quality stuff. But this is a surprising amount of what a software developer does. The truth is, they'll kick something off and then they'll go surf the internet. At least nowadays. In the old days, it was worse. They'd kick it off and then go get some coffee or just go shoot the breeze. Or the more dedicated sorts would have technical books with them that they would read. The internet. Wonderful, glorious thing. And yet, only such a recent invention. And yet, there are some people who have not had a life without it. Their entire life, the internet has been there. Can't imagine what that would be like if it goes away. I mean, I can imagine when it goes away, what it's like if it goes away, because it happens to me. I can't imagine how they would feel. That's got to be horrible. All right, so that is finished. Let's see if it starts. npm start. You know what? I bet you it's still in production, the logging, so I'm not going to see too many errors. I don't know if the deprecated errors show up for because that's just warnings. I don't think I throw the warnings. I think I just throw the errors when I'm in production. All right, so yeah, it came up. Let's see if the navigation works. View 1, nice. View 2, nice. View 3, nice. Let's see if this link works. And the links work too. All right. And that's another thing I could do. I could set up my alternate social media accounts. Both Facebook and Twitter and YouTube are getting really twitchy, in my opinion. Not twitchy like the streaming twitchy stuff, but twitchy as far as they're becoming more. They're becoming less of a publishing platform and more of an editorial platform. At least that's what it seems like. I mean, they could always change their approach, but it's a good idea to have a backup, which of course is also why I keep all of my own episodes backed up. So even if my channel gets yanked, I could always re-upload them all to some other source. It would take a very, very long time, but I could do it. Alright, let's take a look at the logs real quick. I want to see if it's logging the warnings. Web developer, Control-Shift-K? Why was I thinking it was J? Probably because my name begins with J, and that means it's a very important letter. Oh no, okay, so it's definitely still, this is not in production. And I'm not seeing any. Interesting how this isn't seeing any. Ah, there we go. So it's still doing that. Okay. All right, so definitely can do that. Actually, interested. Apparently, don't do any life cycle things. Actually, that makes sense because it's essentially a dumb UI right now. All right, so that looks good. That looks good. Let's close that out. Get status. Get stata. Debatable about whether or not I really need to push that, but might as well. Ubuntu install. Git push. Ask me for my password. It's pushed. Let's take a look at GitHub. Verify that it's in there, which it will be, unless something's changed the past 2 other times I did it. Sidebar. 4 months. Wow, it's 4 months old? That can't be right. Install 25 seconds ago. Okay, there we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull out what's next. That's done, that's done, that's done. 3 more to go. That's 3 episodes. So we'll clone and download again. It may seem redundant that I'm going through all these, or redundant, repetitive to be going through these steps, but repetition is how I learn. Git clone, paste that. Ooh, the parallax template. I do like the parallax template. No, not that. Plus, I need to get used to switching. It's still taking me. I'm still not quite fully used to the sidebar. Let's see. File, open folder. I am glad that this is back, though. Parallax. Ooh, you know what? Before I do that, let me go ahead and copy this line over. Alright, now we'll switch. Because that's what I need to add to the parallax one. Okay, open that up. It'll give me the welcome to Visual Studio, blah blah blah. Open the install script. Add this in. Bring up the README. Let's save this for now. We'll it's not the README, it's the setup. Alright, so we need to not that. At least I can always alt tab the particular one. CD UI dash template dash parallax. Specialty. So npm init. Template parallax, that, keywords, oh, MIT. They were better behaved. This is, I thought they were kind of slowing down some more. And after that is, we're going to change the permissions. Yes. chmod plus x install.sh. Verify that that's there. Right, okay. We'll go ahead and commit it. And we'll push that. It's there. Verify it again. Uh, 14 seconds ago. Alright, so that's in there, and then tomorrow we'll pick back up by doing the install again. I'll give you another song and dance. And, yeah. So, cool words about liking and subscribing, commenting, and suggesting. Yeah, I think I already said what we're going to be doing tomorrow, so I hope that my swarthy Latin charm is enough to convince you to come back. But until the next time you join me, I hope that you take care and God bless.